Hello Aries, welcome to your September 2015 tarot reading. I am using a different deck this month, just for this month, just to see how it goes. It's the Aquarian deck by David Palladini. So let's see how this one plays out for you. What's in store for you for September 2015. Okay, so I am doing this for September, but it's being done during the last week of August. So I do sense that there is residual energy coming through here. A lot of you might have been invited to a celebration or like some type of a celebratory gathering, okay? And there might be financial constraints that is not allowing you to go. Or there might be a situation where you're invited and you really, really want to go, but it's sometime further in the future, like for next month or possibly even November. And as a result of it, you do feel as if, you know, you're like really anxiously waiting this new celebration coming through, and you're not able to focus on your present situation, okay, which is, you know, family obligations within the home, or there might be a little bit of a financial constraint coming through, restricting your ability to move, okay? So it's a little bit problematic. I also sense as well there is going to be some type of a family situation that is going to require your interference, but also your that is going to occupy your time, okay? I also sense there could be like structural changes within the home, people moving in, people moving out, or there might be some problems within the home environment, like the physical structure, that might call upon, you know, you putting up the money in order to repair something, in order to fix something. Or if you are in a partnership and you're living with another person, especially in a romantic setting, there might be a little bit of disputes coming through that might destabilize your home situation, okay? I don't feel that it's entirely serious, but I do sense that there are definitely obligations, possibly financial obligations, or money being siphoned away from, you know, your savings account to repair something, structural damage within the home. We have the Tower card, and usually, you know, it's on top, it's underneath the Four of Rods, which indicates to me a home type of situation, okay? So there is money being diverted to fix something within the home environment. I do feel fences for a lot of you. This is rooftop fences, and it's also, you know, towards the end of summer. Most people tend to get that done, mainly because autumn and winter brings about snow and hail and rain. So a lot of people tend to get things repaired around this time. So I do sense as well, the main energy for this month is that there are definitely unexpected financial obligations in a home situation that you need to take care of, okay? This can also be parents asking for a loan or asking for help, or even extended family members coming through asking you for a bit of a loan. So this is up to you whether or not you're able to, you know, have the money to spare in order to help them out, okay? I do feel as well there is a sense of movement being restricted, okay? Due to job obligations, due to all the things that you have to take care of, you might not have a lot of free time. So there is a very like busy kinetic energy coming through for this month, and I do feel like you're kind of like being hit left and right with responsibilities and things that you have to take care of on the mundane level. So that energy itself is a little bit annoying, and you're going to feel a little bit frustrated, okay? So the energy is going to lift by the end of the month, and I do feel you're going to be in a good place, okay? Because regardless, there is another person outside of you who is in your midst and who is going to be able to help you through this situation, okay? Which I do sense that you're going to be quite pleased with how things play out by the end of this month, and you're not going to feel very destabilized, okay? So I do feel like restriction in terms of movement, in terms of where your funds are being rerouted, and you know, you might want to make big purchases. You might want to go out and have like a good time with friends and coworkers, but financially it's not possible yet for you to do that until the end of the month, okay? So be very careful when handling and managing your finances. And I do feel the financial situation itself alleviating by the end of the month, okay? Whatever the repairs are needed, I do sense that whatever you can do, try to set that aside for now, and then in the middle of the month, this repair situation might come through. You are going to have to consult an expert. Probably, I do feel like plumbing problem as well, so you might have to consult somebody who deals with like water. If you have a pool, that's something that you might have to look into. There might also be like be very careful with, you know, throwing like barbecues and you're next to a pool, because I do feel there might be that element of you know, accidents, not major accidents or anything like that, but I do feel there could be potentially accidents if you're in a pool setting, because I'm getting a lot of watery cards with the moon reverse and also the two of pentacles. And the two of pentacles here, the water is quite high, okay? So that's something I just want you to be careful about, such as, you know, throwing a barbecue, having guests like over drinking and things like that, or having too good of a time and people don't watch where they're going, okay? I don't feel anything disastrous, but I do feel that this can be mitigated if you just keep an eye out on things. And I do feel as well, just try to regulate how much, well, try to regulate, you know, the area where you're having your party or where you're barbecuing. If there's a pool, keep an eye on that, okay? Have somebody who knows how to swim nearby, just in case, just in case. I don't feel there are children involved. I do feel like there might be adults, like full grown adults, possibly drinking a little bit too much, but you know, just to keep that in mind, all right? I do sense as well there is going to be a lot of celebrations coming through. So I do feel, once again, the Four of Rods is in, it's the first card coming through. There is going to be opportunities for celebrations, okay? Once again, corroborated by this Five of Cups in the reverse position. So this is a good card to get in the reverse, because I do feel like mutual understanding, or at least overcoming, you know, issues from the past and getting on with your life. So I do feel like reunions happening for a lot of you, especially on the family front, because this is a card of family. The Five of Pentacles does indicate to me somebody who is going to be there for you through thick and thin. So regardless of like falling outs, regardless of, you know, harsh words possibly being exchanged between the two of you, there is still possibilities for things to right themselves by the end of the month, and there is still going to be opportunities for you to get together and have a good time, okay? And your financial situation is definitely going to allow you, like, to permit you to be able to get together with friends and, you know, splurge a little bit towards the end of this month, all right? I do feel as well that for a lot of you, if you've been in a situation where you might feel like you're at an impasse with another person and there might have been words exchanged, I do feel that I do sense that the words exchange are coming from another person, okay? And with all this watery energy, I do feel that it can be an air sign or like a water sign that has turned, that has, like, you know, turned, that has steeled up, okay? So it can be a water sign, such as, you know, especially a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or the air sign, which is Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, okay? Oh, excuse me, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So I do feel like if there has been some type of a situation, even beginning of this month of September, between you and either an air sign or a water sign, I do feel that, you know, there were words that were exchanged and both parties wish they could take things back, but, you know, words can't be rescinded. So I do feel that whatever has been plaguing you, there is still room for reconciliation towards the end of the month. And there is going to be a situation where there is a truce reached between both parties. There is a coming together. There's a nice celebratory energy coming through where you can at least agree to disagree. Or if you can, you know, kiss and make up. And I do sense that's coming through greatly towards the end of this month. I also feel that whatever it is that you're grappling with in terms of feeling very stuck, in terms of feeling very like financially restricted, where you're not able to There might be like a situation where you can't take a vacation, a much needed break, like a mental health day, because of financial obligations on the home front. And at the same time, you might have anticipated these financial expenditures, and because of it, you're kind of like working overtime just to, get enough in order to cover the expenses that you anticipated, okay? So it's a very responsible energy coming through for you. I do feel what's coming through here is there is another air sign in your midst, okay? Another air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So I do feel, a lot of you might be dealing with an air sign like a female, and that's where the falling out happened, okay? Whereas for the others, part of you dealing with like a air sign male possibly, I do sense that there's going to be a lot of help coming through on the financial front from an air sign. So there is going to be another air sign coming through and going to help you, or at least, towards the end of the month. It can be the same person that you've known for some time. They're difficult at the beginning of the month, but then they come through and everything is all right by the end of the month, and you're going to realize there is some clarity coming through regarding this person. You're going to realize that they are indeed going to be there for you through thick and thin, okay? So if this is a relationship partner where, things have been shaky the first 2 weeks of the month, there is going to be a truce reach, and you're going to realize that this person has your best interests at heart. So whatever difficulties or whatever communication problems that have been rampant in the past, they are going to come through, and you are going to realize that they're there to help you and they want the best for you, okay? So it's a very nice, beautiful energy coming through in terms of partnerships coming together. So overall, I'm not getting too much of a relationship vibe with this situation. I just want you to be careful about, spending a little bit too much, okay, on frivolous things. So I don't feel that's going to be a huge problem, but I do sense overall there is financial lack, okay? So that's something you want to be careful about throughout September. And I do sense that a lot of expenditures in the household are going to be in store for you for September. So this is something that you want to be careful about and save up appropriately. On the work front, I do sense that you are making traction. So the work front is not too problematic. I also feel as well that, for those of you who are dealing with not a fire sign, for those of you who are dealing with a water sign, okay, because of this moon energy, but the moon is also in the reverse position. This is somebody that is in your midst. For those who are single and dating, there is a potential here that there is a water sign in your midst, and this is could be a new relationship, okay? If you're not seeing an air sign, there is potentially a water sign in your midst, and it could be a very fruitful relationship that is going to restore your self-esteem. And I do sense this person as well is going to be a huge significant player in your life, potentially into the future. So this is the person that you want to incorporate into your inner circle, okay, if you haven't done so already. I do feel that, the feeling of cabin fever setting in for a lot of you. So plan a vacation. This is a good month to do so. Financially, you're in the right frame of mind because you're not going to be, overly extravagant. So this is a practical, good time to plan a vacation. I don't sense vacationings happening for you guys until like around November, December possibly. November, December. So this is also a good time to plan, okay? And you have the power here with the Page of Swords, which is like clarity of thinking towards the end of this month in order to plan a vacation. If you're planning to take a vacation with a significant other, I do sense a sense of teamwork, mutual collaboration coming through. And both parties will be able to plan a vacation that is very fruitful, and that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, okay? So there is an element here of you and your partner coming together this month. It can be on the work front, it can be on the relationship front. There is an element of like solidifying the partnership, and you and your partner learning to live with less and learning to appreciate one another. So rather than letting like the financial obligations, financial issues drive you apart, you're actually coming together, and you're going to realize that it is quite a beautiful energy that is conducive for like emotional support, financial support, and also mutual like empowerment and support coming through from both parties. Okay, so it's looking very, very good. Let me see if there's anything else that I've left out. I do feel as well there might be news coming through possibly by the end of this month that is going to turn the whole situation around, is what I'm sensing here. So there might be a little bit of restriction, a little bit of like lack of clarity coming through the first week, and then by the end of the third and the fourth week of September, I do feel everything turning around for you, and there's going to be new insights into how you want to proceed ahead, okay? Keep in mind that we are also going through a Mercury in retrograde period, so it is really important for you to, if you are doing repairs, try to do that the first half of the month rather than the second half, mainly because whatever the repair situation is, if you do it the second half during the Mercury in retrograde, then you're going to have to go back and redo it. So it's going to be emotionally destabilizing, okay? Financially, you already paid for the initial, repair work, so you're going to be okay, but I do feel that it might be a little bit problematic, just mainly on the having to redo it. It's more annoying than anything, okay? So finances, a little bit shaky for this month. So keep yourself grounded. Don't overexert. Don't spend too much. If there are celebrations coming through, make sure that you keep a tight rein on your financial situation, okay? The work front, I do feel it is looking stable. For those of you who are not working, I don't feel like huge work prospects coming through. So if you've been sending out applications and things like that, I do feel work possibly coming in once again November, December. Not so much for this month. This is a tying up loose ends, getting things repaired. Repairing your foundation is what I'm sensing here, okay, for a lot of you. Repairing old rifts in relationship, repairing the foundation of your relationships, and just doing maintenance overall in all areas, in all aspects of your life, okay? It's a good time to touch up or, touch bases with old friends, catch up with old friends, but again, be very careful about your expenditures if you are going out to meet with old friends. I do feel that there might be like annoyances in the home front where you feel a little bit frustrated, so you feel the need to just get out and to get away. If you're living with an air sign or a water sign in the home front, you might be a little bit frustrated with them and you feel like, okay, I need some space to myself. And since you're living with them, you can't really retreat to your room. So you feel like, okay, I need to step out and just clear my head. And as a result, there might be like a little bit of an overspending, mainly due to emotional problems, okay? So be very careful about that energy. Aside from that, everything looks good. I do feel you have support of the water sign and the air sign as well towards the end of this month, so not to worry, okay? Take care of yourself, Aries, and if you would like a private reading, please contact me at temperatestar@gmail.com. The website and the scheduling as well, the whole process can be found on my website, which is listed below in the description box. I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful September.